graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you want to be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to O'Fallon Township High School here in the town of O'Fallon, Illinois. We are here because we got some Kahok boys soccer that we're going to bring you tonight as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to play the O'Fallon Panthers. And my name is Todd Duke. Brett Bourne will be along here in just a moment as we welcome you into the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey, he and his crew. They are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. We are a little late in getting on. We had to wait to get the JV game going as the freshmen played over in the other field, and once that game was over, those referees had to move over here to referee the JV game, and that game took a little longer, so we were about 18, 19 minutes late in getting the JV game started, so we are about that much late in getting this one started. Collinsville, they come into this contest with a record of 2-2-2 under fifth-year head coach Rob Loogie, who brings with him tonight a record of 66-29-4. O'Fallon, they come in at 5-1 on the year under their brand new head coach, Chris Kazmarzak. I don't even know if I have that right or not. Anyway, the Panthers, they came out of the gate strong. 3 straight wins. Triad stopped that streak with a 4-1 win in Troy. And after that, a couple of Southwestern Conference wins over Belleville West and Belleville East. Collinsville, of course, comes in after the win over Belleville West. That was on the heels of a loss to Edwardsville and then a tie with Webster Groves over the weekend at 2-2. And Brett Bourne, we need to find a way to break this 2-2-2 funk.
Yeah, I'd certainly say the record so far is showing some consistency, I guess, huh?
Well, yeah, consistent. Well, yeah, I don't know if you want to put it that way, but yeah. Well, and you look at it like this. Your first 3 games, tie, win, loss. Your next 3 games, loss, win, tie.
Right.
So we got I guess we're going uphill. I'm guessing we're going up.
Let's only hope that things are going to go in a positive direction from this point forward.
That's right. I had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Rob Lugge. We'll pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We are on the road for some more Kahok soccer for you. We're in O'Fallon. Been a while since we played at O'Fallon, or been a while since I've been to O'Fallon anyway. Joining us now on the pregame show is Collinsville boys soccer head coach Rob Lugge, coach 2-2-2 after 6 games on the year. Give me your report card on the first 6 games of the year and what you would like to see it.
If we're doing letter grades, I would say a C. It's been average to above average at times. It's just At times we look good, and other times not so much. We've been struggling with scoring goals, which has put us in, some holes in games, especially teams where I feel like we've had most of the play. And if we can score if we can score goals, especially early, put teams behind and put pressure on them, and just one, poor decision led to an open shot, and, it's like the butterfly effect. Things just happen.
All right, and the rest of the team, obviously they feel that too. It's not just Jackson Peril that had to go through that sting. What do you say to the guys?
Work that hard all the time, and good things will come, pretty much. Like I said, we, in my opinion, and watching that game, for the second half, that 40 minutes, we dominated play, and we were just struggling to score goals. If we can continue to work that hard, the ball has to start going to the net for us. Like, I don't know how it can't. So if we can continue to work hard, put pressure on teams, and score goals, then good things will come.
Now, I've seen about half your game so far, and I would agree with that assessment, man. You guys, in spurts, you guys are phenomenal on offense. The only thing you haven't done is put the ball in the back of the net. So what do you as a coach, what can you do to fix that?
Just right now, really, it's putting the boys in the positions to get, create opportunities. Like, we do a lot of training where we work on shooting, but, when the boys get out there and things kind of, in the flow of play, things just happen, and the boys' instincts have to take over. As a coach, you put them there and you hope good things happen. And I think with the talent we have, especially the offensive talent, that once they, get a little bit more secure on the field and get start feeling a little good, we'll score goals.
All right, we talked about the offense a little bit. Let's talk about the defense. You happy with their play thus far?
I am. With our schedule, to give up 6 goals, while you don't want to give up that many goals, but we're playing with a different formation, a goalie that's lacking, and we're playing good teams. So if they can continue to, work together, defend well, stay compact, then I think it will be okay.
Tell us a little bit about the 2-2 tie against Webster Groves over the weekend.
That's a fun game. I enjoy playing there. Their stadium, it's a smaller grass field in the city. Their fans are intense, and they're right on top of you. And playing in Missouri, you don't get very many calls, so it was a good experience for the boys to play in an environment like that. One of our freshmen was surprised at how many people were there and then how crazy it was. I said, well, if we can continue playing well and make it a state, it gets a lot wetter.
Tell us about the game itself.
Game was fun. It was back and forth. We had opportunities to score in the first half. Unfortunately, we missed a PK, but we were able to go ahead 1-0. And an unfortunate event got us 1-1. Second half, we're playing well again. It's back and forth. We lose a guy in the box. They knock it in. It might have been the easiest goal I've ever seen. And then we continue to fight, and Sam Groffalo put the ball in on a corner. Like, the boys are fighting, which is good. And that's what we're looking for.
All right, you have O'Fallon here tonight, Southwestern Conference matchup. Of course, everybody likes to focus on Edwardsville being the big rival in the Southwestern Conference, but in soccer, I would venture to say that this one's pretty much right up there with Edwardsville.
Yes, the last couple times, so we split last year with O'Fallon. The year before that, I think they got us 3 times. So they are definitely a rival for us, and we getting a win here really puts us a good foot forward and going into conference. Getting a winning record and moving forward would be a good thing.
They have a lot of offensive power. They have scored a lot of goals. They're averaging 3.17 a game. Do you have a game plan for number 2, Tyler Looney? He's already got 7 goals this year.
I saw that earlier today. That's pretty impressive. Block shots and don't let him score. That's about, we'll defend well. We'll defend as a team, and, let our defensive leaders, take over.
Yeah, and you touched on that because I was just getting ready to, that was heading me into my next question. Both teams have allowed 8 goals, 1.33 goals against average for both teams. So are we going to see a defensive battle here tonight?
I think so. Both teams have strong defensive lines. While they can attack, so can we. I hope that our boys are just a little bit better tonight.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
That is Rob Lukey, your Collinsville Kahok boys soccer head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups for you and more names and numbers to pass along. All that and more coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahok Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than Elsie's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420. And once again, we welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at O'Fallon Township High School. Todd Duke, Brett Borm along with you. Glad you're with us as we get you ready for this contest between Collinsville and O'Fallon. Here are your starters. We'll begin with the O'Fallon Panthers. In goal, you will find Ben Eckel, who is a senior. In front of him, Donovan Deweese, also a senior. Tyler Lunning, also a senior. Got a lot of seniors on this team. Chris Moore, also up in the senior category. Carson Howe is a junior. Andre Robertson is a senior, as well as John Rackford. Brady Holleran is also a senior. Evan Weber, a junior. Ian Schilling is a senior, and Matt Culp is a junior. And keep your eye on number 2, Tyler Lunning. He comes into this contest already having scored 7 goals in 6 games. So we'll have to make sure we keep an eye on him, and more importantly, somebody's going to have to be on number 2 wearing the old royal blue numbers, or royal blue uniforms with the yellow numbers on the back. For Collinsville, Jackson Perrell is in goal. In front of him, you will find Dane Compton, as well as Trey Peterson and Adam Reiniger, all sophomores. Jimmy Crowder, throw him in there as well. He's a junior. London Mahat is a sophomore. Sam Garofalo, a sophomore. Jalen Wade, a sophomore. Gavin Chrisman, a junior. Alex Lorsback is a senior, and Braden Borm is a sophomore. So Collinsville has 2 seniors, 1 on the field, 1 in goal, and O'Fallon is loaded with seniors on this team this year. We are underway, and Collinsville with first possession. They will be going to the goal to your right. That is the direction the wind is coming from, at least it was earlier. So next half, Collinsville will have the ball going into the wind, so we'll see if that plays dividends here as we move along. Throw in all the way over on the far side, and there is Jackson Perrell for Collinsville. Now out to midfield. Got to do the paperwork shuffle here.
Got another Southwestern Conference heavyweight game here tonight, Todd. Collinsville needs to get on the board first, just like Coach Lugie indicated in your pregame. Getting on the board first develops a little bit of momentum. Boys can ease into the game a little bit, get them nerves out.
Kahok's back on the defensive side of things right now. It's another gorgeous night. A little bit on the warm side today. We got some storms possibly moving through around 9:30, 10 o'clock. But the longer that the night goes on, the less and less the storms will build. So by the time they get here, hopefully they won't be much of anything. And then I think we're in for like the next 7 days with no rain in the forecast whatsoever.
I think the last time we were here in the shortened season, we were playing in the rain.
Yeah, I didn't make it to that game because they didn't let us do road games during the COVID year last year. So
right.
We only did home games. So the last time I was here probably was in September of 2019, I would think. Over on the far side, ball ends up out of bounds, goes behind the Kahok bench. Other names, numbers we can tell you about. Collinsville has 10 goals, 4 and 8 goals against coming into this one. That is 1.67 goals for on an average. Here comes O'Fallon trying to score, and a nice defensive play there by Trey Peterson to get that ball out of harm's way, but it'll be a corner kick for O'Fallon. So Collinsville comes in, averaging 1.67 per game. They're giving up about 1.33. O'Fallon, 19 goals on the year already. And 8 goals against, so they have the same goals against average as we do at 1.33, but their goals for 3.17 a game. Out front it comes. There's a shot, and that one goes high, and that was the foot of Tyler Lunning that sent that one packing. As I mentioned, 7 goals. The next guy on the O'Fallon Panthers, well, there's 2 of them, Andre Robertson and Jake Schilderknecht, and they both have 2 each, so, I mean, he's out in front by his teammates with 5 goals more than the rest of them.
He's clearly going to be a player that the Chaos are going to have to watch during this game. And if I had to guess, Coach Lugie probably has some sort of man marking going on with him.
He knows who he is. He said he saw that today on the stat sheet that he already had 7 goals. 7 goals in 6 games. Keep that up, and you'll be leading the entire St. Louis metro area in goals.
He's probably on his way to an all-state year with those numbers.
Probably. Here is Jalen Wade. Wade gets taken off the ball, and the ball ends up back out to midfield. The O'Fallon Panthers wearing what looks to be like the throwback Green Bay Packers uniforms. They have those stripes on the front. Here is Andre Robertson. Robertson's shot is saved by Jackson Perrell. Perrell has to dive out to his left just a bit to get that one. And with 36:15, I never started my clock, did I? We'll have to rectify that situation right now. Not trying to add, trying to subtract minutes. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close enough. 36 minutes. So we're 9 seconds off. We're close. I'll fix it here in a second. Throw in coming for O'Fallon. That's a nice throw in. That's a long throw in. All the way up into the O'Fallon offensive zone. Here is Compton. Compton sends the ball up. And trying to pick it up, it is Jimmy Crowder. Crowder sends the ball all the way up, and Jalen Wade comes around his defender, but Ben Eckel had already come out to make sure that didn't get any farther. And then a hit all the way off of the back of the Achilles there for Andre Robertson. Collinsville picks it up. Here's Trey Peterson, sends the ball up to Adam Reiniger. Reiniger on this near side sideline, trying to get around some defenders, and Evan Weber says, no thank you, not in my defensive zone. So the ball out of bounds. Collinsville will get the throw in. And it'll be handled here by Gavin Chrisman.
Gavin Chrisman's going to have that long throw that we just saw like the O'Fallon player had.
Chrisman tosses it up toward the front of the box. Comes down, and that was almost in the wrong direction for O'Fallon. That ball goes across the end line. Collinsville's going to have a corner kick.
Somebody's got to be willing to sell out on that type of ball that's launched in that box. I'd like to see somebody really sell out and get ahead on it. Try and make things happen. Jalen Wade is a player we need to watch, and we need to get going on this varsity level.
There's a corner kick that was a pass first, then a kick, and then another kick high. And trying to get it on there and off the header there was London Mahat. And that ball comes all the way out front. Chrisman settles it down. He's trying to find an open lane. He can't do it. And then Wade comes into the box. No call on the offside. O'Fallon players kind of quit, waiting for the offside call that never happened. Here's a return shot going the other direction. It coming all the way out the other side, though. But, man, did you see O'Fallon just give up on that play?
I did, but I want to say that our right winger over here gave up on it as well. It was a nice slotted ball there by Jay Wade. Adam Reiniger needs to to see that and put that baby home to give the Kahawks a 1-0 lead. So far, I like the pressure.
Yeah. And a pickup there by Eckel will keep things the same. Ball popped up here at midfield. I think I have the clock almost right there. 34. Yep, I do. Notice there's a little jumpiness going on the feed. I'm not sure what that's about. I got the hotspot out here, so I'm not using anybody's Wi-Fi. And I hope everybody notices the nice clearer, crisper picture, because we finally figured out how to get high definition instead of standard definition. So hope everybody enjoys that, and it takes up the whole screen too instead of just the middle part. So thanks to Glenn Woodcock for coming over to my house on Saturday and helping me figure all this stuff out.
Did you phone a friend, Todd?
I did. I phoned a friend. All the way on the far side, ball goes out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw in, but they make their first substitution to the Kahawks, bringing in Aiden Hensler, the senior, in place of Gavin Chrisman. And Collinsville playing a little defense again, and it worked in their favor. They send the ball up to the offensive side, but out of bounds, right behind the O'Fallon bench.
This is a new look with Aiden Hensler joining the backfield. Justin Hammond's out of the game tonight. Aiden Hensler moves from his traditional forward role that he's been playing this year and dropping back into the defense as a center back with Braden Bourne.
32-20 left to play here in this first half. No score. JV game ended. Collinsville won that one 2-1. Kahawks got a goal in the first half. O'Fallon early in the second half scored a goal, and then 90 seconds later, Collinsville got the lead right back. Kahawks got goals in that game from Brandon Nygaard. He scored the one in the first half, and then Chris Munoz scored the go-ahead and eventual game winner. As I mentioned, 90 seconds after O'Fallon tied it up. Panthers with the ball right underneath our location. Evan Weber ready to throw it in. And just past the bleachers over on the other side is Weber Road. Coincidence? I don't think so.
Just like Shiltnick and Shiltnick Funeral Home back in the day. I'm sure there's relations for sure.
Fallon gets control of the ball at midfield. Jane Compton sends it right back to where it came from. And off of the body of Jimmy Crowder. Crowder loses control of the ball, sent back up. Collinsville's Compton sends it out once again at midfield. Picked up there by Matt Culp for O'Fallon. Only one loss for O'Fallon this year, and that was to Triad. As you may remember, Collinsville, they opened up the season with a 1-1 tie against Triad. Those are just one of the teams that these two teams already have in common that they faced this year. Collinsville has faced Alton Marquette, so has O'Fallon. Collinsville won 1-0. Alton Marquette won 2-0. Both teams have faced Glenwood High School. O'Fallon won 2-0. Collinsville lost up in Blackburn College 3-2. Told you about the Triad game. O'Fallon lost that one 4-1. We tied Triad 1-1, and the only other game in common thus far is Belleville West. Both teams won. Collinsville did 3-0, and O'Fallon beat Belleville West 6-1. Ball comes out. Jackson Perrell sends it out toward midfield. O'Fallon and their forwards stop that momentum, but then a loose ball is going to be picked up over on the far side by Hensler. Hensler turns up with it, and it ends up going out of bounds, and it's going to belong to O'Fallon once again.
Collinsville struggling to get the ball out of their zone here in the last couple minutes. They're not connecting their passes from their center backs into the midfielders' feet. That's got to get cleaned up and get better.
Coach Lugie came into this his fifth season with only 2 ties in his previous 4 years. He has 2 ties this year.
Crazy.
It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. This is Coach Lugie's old stomping grounds, too.
Yeah, there's a big throw-in. That's a big throw-in. That kid's got just as much of a reach as Chrisman does. There's a bouncing ball up front. Got to get that out of harm's way, as that ends up being dangerous. Collinsville finally sends it all the way downfield. Nice big shot all the way back to midfield, trying to find Wade, but O'Fallon comes up with it again. And Wade now pinches in and helps out with a little defense and then tries to get back on offense. Here is Crowder. Crowder will send it up, and Hensler will have to send it back to the defense. Into the middle it goes. A little miscommunication there, and O'Fallon picks the ball back up on offense. They continue to hold court down here in their offensive zone. They move the ball over here to Jack Treadway. Treadway Comes up this left-hand wing. Sets it up for Robertson. Robertson has the ball knocked off of his foot. And then Adam Reiniger comes in for Collinsville to upset things. That ball ends up going out of bounds. Again, it stays with O'Fallon.
Collinsville's got to get the momentum back. I feel like the momentum has shifted a little bit towards O'Fallon's favor in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Yeah, I've been facing this direction for far too long.
Yes.
Throw in. Comes in from Weber. Down in a header. Caught Jackson Perrell right in his hands, and then it fell down to his feet, and no further damage done. Got lucky there, I think.
Collinsville dodged a bullet on that one.
Sure did. 28-15 left to play here in this first half. No score between Collinsville and O'Fallon. First meetup of the year for these two schools. These two teams, man, they every bit as a rival as Edwardsville and Collinsville is.
100%.
Yeah, and they have some battles, man. Since 1999, 14-14 and one tie. Each team's won 14, each team's lost 14, and we have the one tie. So they play each other squarely, and there was a period there for a while where O'Fallon knocked Collinsville out, I think, of like 3 straight playoffs.
Is that in the 80s, or are you even?
No, we don't go back that far.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this was back in the 2000s. And actually, it was while we were doing the Kahok Sports thing. I remember every year for like the first 3 years we were doing this, O'Fallon would knock us out.
I remember attending a super sectional game, Collinsville O'Fallon, 1989, and it was held at the old sports complex in Collinsville. And Collinsville lost in PKs to O'Fallon. And it was one of Collinsville's strongest games, strongest teams. Just couldn't pull it out.
Ben Eckel sends the ball out after a save from his defenseman, Nate Koenig. And Collinsville gets it into the offensive zone. Over to Wade. Wade just had a chip off the side of his foot, and then off of the body of Adam Reiniger. Ball stays in. Collinsville stays with it, and they send the ball over here to Gavin Null. Back to the offensive zone it goes. Wade trying to chase it down. He does. Sends it back over to Reiniger. Reiniger trying to send a man into the box. That is Gavin Null. Null gets over here on this deep right wing, and then it's sent back out by the defense. Pitching in is Justin Heyman.
Landon Mahat.
Landon Mahat. Couldn't tell if it was a 5 or a 6. Actually, it was 5 years. Collinsville got knocked out by the O'Fallon Panthers in 5 straight playoffs from 2010 to 2014. Wow. We started in the 2011 school year, yeah. So we got to watch 4 straight years of them getting knocked out. I knew it was a lot, and I knew it was early on in our Kahok Sports Network history. There's the ball all the way down off of the back of the head of Wade, and that one's going to go across the line, and it'll be another throw-in coming up here for O'Fallon. Ball off of the head, right past the referee. O'Fallon sends it up into their offensive zone, giving it a chase all the way over there on the far side. Collinsville, and nice job there by Hayden Hensler once again. Collinsville trying to break out on some offense here. And Trey Peterson trying to battle for the ball. Well, he tugs on the shirt of the opposing number 3, Calvin Keller, and you can't do that.
No, you cannot do that, and that was right in front of the referee.
Yeah.
He's going to see that every time, Trey.
So a free kick coming up here for O'Fallon, albeit from about 45 yards out, 55 yards out. And free kick on the way. High into the box, and a head or two got onto it. And it ends up going out of bounds. Referee over there says it is off of one of the O'Fallon players, so Collinsville will have a throw in. No games for you tomorrow. We have girls volleyball action for you Thursday. Granite City comes to town. Then we're back on the road for football at Alton. And then we have some more boys soccer for you Saturday afternoon against CBC.
That'll be a good one.
The storied franchise that is CBC. That ball goes deep out of bounds. And O'Fallon is going to have their first corner kick of this game. It'll come over here on this near side.
I think the boys get up for those St. Louis powerhouse games. Hopefully they'll come ready to play on Saturday. Get a good result.
Corner kick on the way. It's going to go out the other side. And Collinsville trying to settle it down. Hensler does, and he'll send it over the sideline over on the far side. Yeah, you heard Coach talking in the pregame interview about the experience at Webster Groves.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. I've never played at that field when I played here, but it was an interesting venue, real close to the pitch. It was a chippy game, and he's right. We didn't get many calls.
That ball is high and deep, and that one almost had a little bit of trouble on it as well. Off of a couple of heads and out of bounds, and they're going to say it belongs to O'Fallon again. Collinsville can't get out of their defensive zone. Now we're going to have some substitutions, so we're going to have a delay on the throw-in. 2 coming in for O'Fallon. Mr. Peck coming in for Jalen Wade. That would be Benny Peck. I cannot see the numbers on the fronts of the jerseys for O'Fallon. They're mixed in with that yellow color on the front.
That's too hard.
Yeah, it's not until they turn around where I can actually see the numbers. The bright yellow on the dark blue shows up very well, but on the front of the jerseys, not so much.
Here for the Panthers, Ethan Hendrickson and Drew Ferguson.
Hendrickson and Ferguson in for O'Fallon. And that ball going deep as well on the ground and over the inline, but O'Fallon put it there, so a goal kick restart coming up here for Collinsville.
Right now I feel like Collinsville's just on their toes, just trying to avoid a catastrophe here. We need to get back to playing a simple game, a little simple possession game. We came out playing that way in the first 2-3 minutes of the game, working some combos. We need to get back to that.
Jackson Perrell sends it all the way out to midfield. It rolls all the way into the Collinsville offensive zone, but not very deep before O'Fallon sends it back up. And Hensler in a foot race over there with one of the O'Fallon players. O'Fallon sends it out and in the middle, and boy, I tell you what, that was a great play by Trey Peterson.
Well defended by Trey Peterson, just able to get himself in a position to get in front of that player as the pass is coming through the slot. Just got enough of a foot to get it out of bounds.
Another throw-in coming up here for the O'Fallon Panthers. And it'll be Evan Weber. Weber waiting for the ref to give him the go-ahead. Here it is. And Weber tosses it up in front of the box. And it's off of a body and comes all the way out. Collinsville trying to chase it down. O'Fallon trying to create some more offense. And that ball ends up going out of bounds. And they're going to say this time Collinsville did not send it out of bounds. So the Kahawks will have a throw in.
I believe he got it right, too.
Been a while. Trey Peterson's going to throw this one in. Throws it up the line to Benny Peck. Peck pops it up, and then down on the ground it goes. A race for it. That was won by O'Fallon. Collinsville returning the favor a bit, and then Compton sends it over here to the sideline, but O'Fallon retakes control of the ball on offense, and they'll send it all the way back. Jackson Perrell will come out just as Braden Borum was trailing that ball and went ahead and let his goalkeeper get it. All the way back out to midfield. Send this one back to.
Yep, reset.
Yeah. Back to Jackson Perrell. Puts a little bend over it. Boy, he got lucky there, man.
Squeaked it by.
He sure did. If that ball would have been straight, that would have been picked off, and Perrell would have been in a little bit of peril.
I see what you did there.
Uh-huh. I have one every once in a while. I got dad jokes galore. Here's Trey Peterson coming in from the right wing. Sends one in the middle. Anybody get there? Peck was there, but he was very well covered. And then that ball goes across the sideline, and once again, it'll be a throw-in for Collinsville, and this time the throw-in will be down in the deep offensive zone. Thrown in right in front of the box. Trey Peterson up into the air. Benny Peck, couldn't settle the ball down for a good shot, and then Peterson gets it back, and his goes well wide and high. Had the right idea. If that ball would have settled down for Peck and he could have turned around and got a good shot off, we might have had something going on there.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get over the top of the ball. Slid it right past the goalpost.
Goal kick restart coming up here for O'Fallon, and
Look
Ben
at that.
Eckel sends it all the way down, man. You ain't kidding. That was about 70 yards in the air. And Perril's going to have to come out again. He does so. And he'll send it back out real quick. Comes out to midfield. Peck trying to chase it down. He got there, and then he'll send the ball over to a teammate who sends the ball over to Mahat, and thought we might have had something going on there for a minute. Bringing it over here to the sideline. Schildknecht, and he puts on a spin move that's pretty nice. The ball gets past Peterson. Peterson will let Jackson Perrell come out and take it. And with about 18 minutes and 10 seconds left, we're still scoreless. Jackson Perrell will send us back to a restart here. He does so. And he sends it about 60 yards downrange. Come on, Collinsville. Here they come. They got a little bit of an attack going on, but a nice defensive setup there by O'Fallon. Kept that ball from going any farther than it did. Now O'Fallon trying to return the favor. Here is Compton off of his chest. Gets it over to Hensler. And trying to chase it down is Adam Reiniger. That ball ends up going out of bounds. And it'll be an O'Fallon throw-in from the far side. You can see the clouds starting to creep in up here from the northwest. Or northwest.
Stay away.
Stay away.
Chris Moore and Andre Robertson.
17-15 left to play. Here in half number one. We are scoreless thus far. Collinsville's dodged a couple of bullets. Had some offensive opportunities, but no real good shots on goal yet. Can they break that trend here? And they'll send it all the way over here to the defenseman, Peterson. Peterson will send it back to Borm. Borm back up to Peterson. Peterson chips in from the defense all the time to help out the offense and does that right here. Sent back. Now out in front. Reiniger, he got covered and sends it all the way back, and Dane Compton will have to come and send the ball back up for another offensive try here. Far side sideline, off of a body, and down it goes, and then up in the air, O'Fallon right in front of their bench. Here is Lunning. Lunning, who has 7 goals on the year. Has the ball ripped away from him. Nice job over there by Hensler. Gets it back over into the middle for Mahat. Mahat sends the ball up, and O'Fallon sends it right back. Ooh, there was a nice step up there by Compton, and if he wouldn't have got there, the kid that he was right in front of would have been to the races.
We are struggling at this center mid position right now. We're struggling to connect passes. Every pass is going to the O'Fallon Panthers' feet. That's got to get better.
Another throw-in coming up here for O'Fallon, despite the outcries of injustice from the Kahok fans. And another wholesale player change for O'Fallon. 3 more players on, 3 more go off. As we approach 15 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in this first half. Throw in. It's deep again. I tell you what, that kid, he's got some arms on him. Evan Weber, he's a tall, lanky kid, and gets that ball back behind his head and gets those rubber band arms slingshotting that thing out, man. It goes far.
I don't remember that being a thing back when I played the long throws, and now it just seems like every team we play has a player that is a threat on a throw-in.
I think if he would put his arms down by his side, I think his fingers would touch his knees.
They might.
Yeah, he's got some long arms. Another nice deep throw, and down it goes, but just a little wide of that outside post, and it'll be a goal kick restart here for Collinsville. Kahawks have dodged some bullets here so far.
They need to reload their gun and start launching their own bullets. It's not been pretty for the last 15, 20 minutes.
Jackson Perrell will send us back to action here with a goal kick restart that doesn't quite make it to midfield. Rolls all the way back to him, and he tried to send it back up. Did it end up going off of Compton? Or was it
I think it went off the Panthers forward.
Yeah,
yep.
Okay. At any rate, it didn't go very far.
No.
Comes up the line. And Wade back into the game. Has that one go out of bounds. And it'll be an O'Fallon throw-in right in front of the Kahawks bench. And Weber once again with that responsibility. High and deep again, just outside the box over on the right-hand side. And then that ball eventually comes down, and a push from behind called against O'Fallon. Collinsville will get the goal kick restart to hopefully get something going on the offensive side of things.
Yeah, we have not had the ball down here very much at all.
Peril sends another low one out. O'Fallon sends it right back. Got to get that ball over some heads. So we'll do it all over again. A little higher and deeper. And
Push.
a push.
Clearly a two-hand push.
Mm-hmm. This is very chippy. I'm watching it on my phone. It is freeze framing it. I don't understand why. I'm on my hotspot, not theirs. I just don't know. It's hit or miss with these things, I tell you.
This counterattack's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, here comes O'Fallon. They bring the ball back up. And a nice pass over there on the right wing. And in front, shot off of a Kahawk and over the net. And we're going to have another corner kick coming up here for O'Fallon.
On that set piece by Mahat, we had all of our players packed in the box. We had one midfielder out here in the middle and a huge gap to our three backs. And that O'Fallon forward was able to drive that ball probably 50 yards down the field with uncontested.
Mm-mm. Not a recipe for success, is it?
No.
Another corner kick for O'Fallon. This one taking place across the way on the far side corner. And it's on the way and over the net. Off the other side. Trey Peterson will let it go across the end line, and it'll turn into a goal kick restart for Collinsville. I don't think it's the HD feed. Nice thought, though, but that wouldn't have anything to do with how it's acting over the internet. Off of a head. Down it goes.
Good job, Dane Compton.
Double team. Took the player off the ball and now chipped up. Trying to get it was Reiniger. Reiniger couldn't, but with a head of steam here is Sam Garofalo. Garofalo moves it up to Jalen Wade. Wade skips over a body. Has to turn around, come get the ball again. And then he gets around three defenders and tries to send it into the middle, but it is off of the body of Brady Halloran, and it'll turn into a Kahawk corner kick.
That is the type of play that Jalen Wade is capable of. He is so hard to knock off the ball. He is so strong, and he's not a big guy. But that's what makes him dangerous.
Corner kick on the way. Out front.
There we go.
Down. Nope. Not down and straight. Came out to the side. Peterson takes over, sends the ball back up, and then a collision will send the ball precariously over the line. It never goes over. It never went over the line, and now it's off of the body of Hensler and out of bounds. But the O'Fallon player was waiting for that ball to cross the line. It never did.
Nope, just tracked right along that yellow chalk.
Sure did. And stopped before it got to the end line. Throw in once again for Weber. Weber. Off of the head of Mahat. Down it goes. Wade tries to step into it. He couldn't get there in time, and now it comes to Borm. Borm all the way over on the far side, finding Lorsbach. And Lorsbach has that ball go out of bounds, but it's off of the O'Fallon player, and Lorsbach will have a throw in at midfield after Collinsville makes their substitution. As they bring in Gavin Knoll to take the place of Mr. Mahat. O'Fallon with the ball. Scoreless. 9:20 left to play here in this first half. And that one's going to one skipper right to Peril. Peril will hold on for a moment. I used to have problems in this booth all the time, even when I was on the O'Fallon Wi-Fi. I was hoping that because I had my own hotspot this time around that I wouldn't have to be dealing with that, but apparently I do. And you do.
So we've got another Edwardsville, huh?
Yeah. Well, at least I got a picture. Edwardsville, I don't even get a picture.
Yeah, right. Looks like Coach Lugie's having a little strategy talk with Mahat over there, trying to work on getting our passes connected from that center mid position.
Another Weber throw in front of the box. It bounces off of a body, and it's going to go across the end line and out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick restart here for Collinsville with 8:20 left to play here in this first half. Todd Duke, Brett Bourne with you. Hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. Did you have a good Labor Day?
I did. Enjoyed some pool time.
Nice.
Copper Dock Winery out in Pocahontas on Sunday. Another good time there.
Nice.
If you've never been, go check it out. Free plug.
Yeah. I stayed home, but I had people over on
That's
Sunday.
okay. That's all right.
I had folks over on Sunday. It was fun. Played some washers, listened to some music, barbecued, all the stuff you're supposed to do on Labor Day weekend.
So tell me, washers, bags, what's better?
I like washers.
You're a washer guy.
Oh, yeah.
I like bags.
Yeah. We're talking about getting some because we do, entertain every once in a while, and that'll break up the monotony of, well, washers again. Nobody ever says that at my house. They know better.
Right.
Pearson couldn't get to the ball in time. It's out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in coming up here for Collinsville. And Peterson will throw it in. He'll throw it to the outside of the box. Oh, and a player taken down just outside of the box.
Jimmy
Crowder taken down, and he was taken down by Andre Robertson. Robertson didn't like the call at all.
I think it was a legitimate call.
I do too.
Jimmy Crowder had the ball. He was taken down just outside that 18-yard box. This is a goal-scoring opportunity. Collinsville needs to cash in on one of these set plays.
Got a set piece coming up here right outside the box, so it's almost like a corner kick, just a little bit closer.
Just once, I would like to see us put one on goal and not just flick one or chip one into the 6 or into the 18. You're in range there. You got a left-footed striker there with Jimmy Crowder. Put that baby on goal and let's see what happens. Bend it like Jimmy.
Mahat and Crowder are there. And a shot, and it's just a little bit too high.
That's all right, but that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Jimmy's got that in-swing and left foot. That was teed up perfect.
Just a little bit lower, and it would have went into that top corner. So, Ben Eckel for a goal kick restart here for O'Fallon. He booms it all the way down once again. Collinsville gets a foot on it first, up to Wade. Wade gets pushed from behind, but keeps on his feet. Now a little pop-up over there, but it's a little bit too far for Mahat to handle, so that ball gets thrown back in quickly by O'Fallon, and Collinsville tries to steal it away, and they do so with Garofalo.
It's in bounds. Great job, Sam Garofalo, keeping that in bounds.
And it comes back to Wade. Wade, he can get around a couple of defenders all by himself. Now over on the far side of the field. A shot, and that's off of the crossbar and straight down.
Think it hit the yellow upright.
Did it?
I think it hit the crossbar and the yellow. Well, he's calling a corner kick.
Yeah, we're going to have a corner kick.
I'm not sure. I thought I heard it hit off that yellow upright.
I think it hit off the top crossbar, then it hit off the yellow upright, then came down. Which, if it hit the top first, then the yellow second, then it's out of bounds, and that is a corner kick.
That was a blast by
Sure
Reiniger,
was.
20 yards out, 25.
Corner kick for Collinsville. Kahawks are
There it
looking a
is.
little dangerous out front. Oh, and O'Fallon got that ball out of there just in time as the Kahawks have poured on a little offensive push here in the last 5 minutes. As we come up on 4:25 left to play here in this scoreless first half. Ball ends up out of bounds. will do it all over again. Throw in coming up here for Collinsville. Far side of the field, just outside the 18-yard box. Thrown into the box and headed right back out by O'Fallon.
Great job, Aiden Hensler, stepping up into that play.
O'Fallon with a throw in right in front of their own bench. Another deep throw in by Weber. Off of the head of one of the Collinsville defenders. That ball is down, and Hensler will send it out of bounds. Right between the two benches. I don't know what everybody's yelling about.
I don't either. I thought Aiden Hensler blasted it out of bounds.
Yeah, he did, and I don't know what everybody's yelling about because that's what happened, and they're getting their throw in. And it's Weber right in front of the Kahok bench again. Man, he's got hit ball is going to go all the way in the box, isn't it? Collinsville sends it out. Wade trying to chase it down. Couldn't get there. Oh, that's off of an arm. And here is O'Fallon with it. Treadway, he brings it up. And then a pass out to the middle, trying to cross it. But that ball stayed a little bit too high, hit a body and came back down. Now O'Fallon out in front again. Circling with it is Lopez. Lopez sends the ball up to Treadway, but right past him. Treadway has to chase it down. He does so. Turns the corner over on the left wing. He's got Trey Peterson bothering him, and then a shot put up there by Robertson. That one comes out the other side. O'Fallon, now they're dangerous after Collinsville had a couple of scoring opportunities in their offensive zone. Kahawks send it back up with a header. Wade gets pushed down from behind before the ball even got there.
Yeah.
Wade was just going after the ball, and he got a little shoulder into his back, and referee saw the whole thing.
Yep. Jay's a tough kid. He always bounces up.
So a free kick for Collinsville right here at midfield. 1:45 left to play here in this first half. And they send it up to Null. Null back over this way for Peterson. Peterson, he'll pop it into the box. In front it goes, off of a leg, down on, back up off of a couple of head balls, and then a shot. Oh, that one just goes wide. Off of the foot, I believe. Who is that? Mahat?
That was Mahat, and that looked not dangerous at all, and somehow that turned into a goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah. I thought it was a lot straighter than it ended up being. Eckel sends it all the way back out. And into the Kahawk bench. 1 minute to go here in this first half. Collinsville and O'Fallon scoreless to this point. Another throw-in coming up here from Weber. This could be dangerous late in the half.
Collinsville's got to get to this ball first.
Weber lets it fly. High, deep,
That's in.
And in. Not sure if it even went off anyone, did it?
I don't think it touched anybody.
I don't think it touched anyone either.
If it did, it was a deflection.
Yeah, well, everybody's congratulating Weber, so, yeah. Yeah, we're going to give it to Weber. 1-0 in favor of O'Fallon.
Cannot give up a goal 29 seconds in the first half. I don't think anybody touched it.
I don't think anyone touched it either. I think it hit the ground and then bounced in. Is that allowed? Are you allowed to throw a goal in?
No, I don't believe so.
So I guess we'll.
But they're letting it stand, is the way it appears to me.
Yeah. Yep, they sure are. And we are back underway with 25 seconds left to play. And Collinsville down 1-0, trying to find the equalizer before halftime approaches. And as the ball is deep in the Collinsville offensive zone, now we're going to have a whistle on the play. As a little pushing and shoving going on down there. And they're going to call it against Collinsville. And Ben Eckel is going to kick this ball away. But by the time he does, By the time it comes down, there will be no time on the clock. And there is the buzzer. And at the end of one half of play, O'Fallon scores with 29 seconds to play here in this first half. And we will go to half number 2 with the Collinsville Kahawks trailing the O'Fallon Panthers by a score of 1-0.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully, nurturing your passion nourishing your purpose so you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. And once again, we welcome you back to O'Fallon Township High School here on the Kahok Sports Network. I'm Todd Duke, Brett Borm alongside as well. We are about a minute away from getting half number 2 started, and it was a controversial goal that was scored at the end of the second half, or at the end of the first half, with about 29 seconds left to go. Evan Weber with a throw-in, and it appeared from here that the ball didn't touch anyone and bounced into the goal, but from what I have gathered is they're saying that Jackson Perrell got a finger on that ball, and it went in off of his finger, and that is why it counts, and that's why we stand at 1-0 here, as we are almost ready to get going in half number 2. Told you a little bit about the history since 1999, 14, 14, and 1. That is the record. So each team has won 14, and there has been one tie, and that includes a 1-5 mark in the playoffs for Collinsville over O'Fallon. The teams split last year in the COVID-shortened season, lost 3-2 at home and won 3-1 here. 2019 season, the last regular season that they played an actual season, lost 3 times, 3-1. We lost 3 times to O'Fallon, 3-1 here, 2-0 at home, and then 2-1 at the O'Fallon Regionals. Beat Belleville West 2-0 in that regional semifinal in 2019, and then lost in the regional championship game to O'Fallon. Last playoff win for Collinsville, the only one in the last 22 years over O'Fallon, was a 4-0 win in regional semifinal action at Belleville West. Beat Belleville West 2-1 in the regional championship game before losing to Normal 1-0 in the super sectional semifinal. We're just about ready to go here in the second half. Collinsville 1 goal behind, looking for the equalizer after a kind of a controversial goal in that first half.
Yeah, talking to some of the Collinsville fans there at halftime, I got different stories. Some thought it went straight in from the throw. Other parents thought there might have been a deflection. So still no consensus. We'll have to go back and watch the video.
Yeah. I've heard some parents down here talking that it went off of Perril's finger. We're underway here in the second half. Collinsville has some work to do. Got to have at least 2 goals to walk out of here with a victory, and that's as of right now. And instantly we get a whistle and a foul called against O'Fallon, so Collinsville will get a free kick here, but it's going to be from way downtown and handled over there on that far side by Trey Peterson. The one tie, by the way, was a 1-1 tie all the way back in 2002. All the way over on the far side. I went to the Olympics that year in Utah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got to see a hockey game, but it wasn't the USA because those tickets are expensive.
I bet.
I saw France and Switzerland play, though. It was kind of cool. Got to experience a Olympics, so I was okay with going to a game that didn't include the USA. The experience itself was well worth it. Back out to midfield we go. O'Fallon now attacking the goal to your right, and here with a head of steam is Chris Moore.
That's all he could do there.
Yep.
That's
really
all he could do. Otherwise, he's going 1v1 to goal.
Yep. So it's going to be a free kick from just outside of the box, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a yellow card here against Compton as well, but Compton's walking away from the referee as the referee's walking down there, and referee doesn't seem like he's reaching into his pocket for a card.
Doesn't sound like it.
Nope.
Look like it. No, that was about all he could do.
Yeah.
Jackson Peril wasn't coming out to meet the ball. He was actually retreating to the goal. Dane didn't have much of an option.
So it'll be from about 25 yards away, and it looks like Rackford is going to take this one, maybe. And it's on the way, low, poked out of there by that wall in front, and another shot kicked out of there by Collinsville as well, and the ball sent all the way back out to midfield. Collinsville trying to get some offense going early here. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger circles and then it's overtaken by Donovan DeWeese. Throw up the way. DeWeese sends it right back to where it came from. And O'Fallon begins another offensive push in the middle of the field. 3 K-Hawks are there, and one of them got their foot on it. Now it comes all the way back out just before midfield and then kicked out of bounds by O'Fallon. Collinsville will have a throw in. Trey Peterson will take care of that as well. I was going to say, I think Wade kicked that one. He was already out of bounds when he touched it.
Yeah, it did look that way. I'd really like to see Collinsville establish some dominance here in the middle of the field this second half. I think that's where it's all going to start from, is that center mid role with Landon Mahat, distributing wide, distributing long. We got to find our feet.
Here is Weber again with his bionic arms. He'll throw it in, and again, just as deep as the one that scored a goal. And this time, Jackson Peril catches it in midair, does not have a chance to go down to the ground. And Peril sends it all the way back out. Collinsville at midfield trying to take over and muster up a little offense here. They'll send it over to the side, but that is going to be out of the reach of Alex Lorsbach. Fallon throws it in once again and off of a Collinsville head and out of bounds. Now you get to see Weber up close and personal right down here below our location.
And it'll still be a threat.
Yeah, he throws it, and it's still going to land in the front of the box. It comes down. Collinsville tries to get it out of there, but no one there for defense, and Jackson Peril is the last line of defense. That ricochets off of him and a defensive player, and they're going to blow the whistle. Was that a handball?
No. I think he's claiming
that Peril had it
Peril
long enough.
had possession. I'm not sure he did.
Well, it looked like Peril and the defender forward standing in front of him, which I believe was DeWeese once again, looked like they almost, I know it touched Peril's hands. It looked like it might have came off of his hands and touched the other guy's hands too. Looked like for a minute neither one of them wanted to play it.
Yeah, I didn't see that part of it.
Hot potato.
It did not appear like he had established possession.
No, it did not. Well, Fallon fans grumble about it. And once again, young Mr. Weber is going to have another throw in. His arms have got to be getting tired by now, right?
Jackson Peril last year.
Yeah, he was. Now the corner referee is making the small contingent of O'Fallon fans down there get back behind the barricades. That's taken care of. Oh, we stopped the clock too. I didn't even notice that. All right, we'll start it back up here when it gets to that point. That ball ends up going out of bounds.
I would like to see Collinsville practice these long throws every once in a while. We're struggling with these things.
Yeah.
Let Jackson fire some in practice, or Gavin Chrisman, one or the other. Our defense on these things aren't great.
Off of a head again. This time it comes out front instead of going across the line. And O'Fallon, dangerous once again. Here is Lunning, and Lunning sends one screaming across the 18-yard box, and all the way out the other side it goes. Kept in by O'Fallon over there. And they'll look for another chance to send it up into the middle. They do, and a kick save by Jackson Peril. And then that one ends up going out of bounds. And they say a last touch by O'Fallon, and Collinsville will get a goal kick restart here. That was dangerous.
That was dangerous.
Jackson Peril stuck that right leg out there and stopped that shot.
A little bit of a Slobo Ilievsky play.
Yeah. Peril sends it back out to midfield. Down it goes. Collinsville gets it over to Wade. He skipped right past it. And then O'Fallon takes over in front of the Kahok bench. Out to midfield. And then in front of the O'Fallon bench, that ball goes out of bounds. Seems like every throw-in has been taken by the O'Fallon Panthers tonight.
Yeah.
If I was a guessing man, I'd say they've got about 10 to our 3.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's more.
Yeah. Well, this time we're going to get number 4. Trey Peterson throws it in. Up the line, and O'Fallon takes it over anyway. Not for long, though. Hensler, he's with it. Looks, finds Knoll over here on the sideline. Knoll tracks the ball down. Looks around for a little help. Finds some in the form of Reiniger. And then that ball is out of bounds, and what do you know? Off of a Kahok player, and O'Fallon's going to have a throw-in. This time it's not Weber. Not close enough for him. If he throws it up to the box from there, I'm leaving. There's O'Fallon into their offensive zone once again. And Collinsville's defense collapses a little bit, but that ball is going to roll all the way up to Jackson Peril, and Peril picks it up, and we'll get back to a start here in just a moment. Well, that moment came quickly, didn't it? Far sideline. Collinsville trying to get some offense going here. They have not been down to this left-hand side at all here to start the second half, and Kahoks trail by a goal. as we approach 32 minutes left to play here in the second half.
Still don't feel like Collins was playing with any sense of urgency, giving up that 1-0 goal with 29 seconds left. I would have hoped they would have come out with a little bit more passion, a little more sense of urgency in this second half. Not seeing it yet.
Ball comes all the way down to the O'Fallon offensive zone, but Collinsville is there, and Perrell comes out and tries to pick it up, and tell you what, he had Chris Moore breathing down his neck. Perrell sends it out into the night sky, trying to find Reiniger off of the backside of Robertson. Collinsville, no. Skips off of his foot out to midfield, and then Hensler takes over. He'll send it over to the far side of that midfield circle. And then Borm will send it right up the line, trying to find Wade. Wade gets pushed from behind. And then Wade gets taken down. No call. Yes, there is a call.
There is a call.
So we'll have a free kick from about 50 yards out. See if we can get something going here. Ball is tapped up the line, trying to spring Trey Peterson for a little run. Peterson puts it into the box, and it's sent right back out by O'Fallon. So Collinsville will have a throw in near the corner kick flag over there. And he'll just toss it right down onto the foot of Mahat. And Mahat then gets taken off of the ball. O'Fallon comes up with numbers at midfield. They'll send the ball up the near sideline. And kept in by O'Fallon, but kept in
Good job,
right
Dane.
for Dane Compton. And now Reiniger looking for a little help. He'll chip the ball up into the front of the box. It's going to skip by everyone, and Eckel's going to be able to come out and pick it up right before Jimmy Crowder could get there. 10 minutes into half number 2. And Robertson sends it up into the front.
Nobody
This
there.
is dangerous, and a shot goes wide. I'm telling you what, Edgar Lopez had plenty of time to settle that ball down and get a true shot on, but he hurried himself up in that.
Yeah, he had plenty of time. All Collinsville midfielders were pinched up into the play, and not marking Edgar Lopez, as you indicated. He had all day. If he would have squared one up, it could have been dangerous.
Yeah, I think he probably felt phantom Kahok's breathing down his neck and decided to hurry it up when really he could have settled that ball down and waited about 5 more seconds to launch a rocket. Collinsville will have a throw in all the way over on the far side, deep into O'Fallon's offensive zone. Up the sidelines, trying to find Wade. Bounces over the O'Fallon player and out of bounds. So a throw in coming from in front of the O'Fallon bench. Up the line. And in for Reiniger to try to get a hold of it. Trying to spring Wade on a little breakout over there on that right wing, but couldn't get the ball to him. Far side once again. Adam Reiniger saves it. Wade chases it down over on that right side. He's not going to get any help, so if he's going to score, he's going to have to do it himself.
Jalen had no help.
Nope, none whatsoever.
Coming up underneath him. I don't know if our midfield is tired. I don't know if our legs are tired. What's going on? But there is such a gap between our midfield level and our forward level, and vice versa when we're on defense.
Wade was out there, the only one wearing white. Everybody else was looking like a bumblebee, and there was about 6 of them surrounding him.
Yep.
Collinsville gets a free kick out of this. 40 yards away, and it's high and just a little too high. Jimmy Crowder got a lot into it, but just needed to keep it a little lower than that, and that would have tested Ben Eckel.
In for the Panthers, Calvin Keller.
Coming up on 27.5 minutes to go here in the second half. Collinsville trailing 1-0. O'Fallon scores on a throw-in with 29 seconds left in the first half. And that's the only score thus far. Lorsbach gets it up, trying to find Wade. Bounces over Wade's head. O'Fallon's defender send it back up. And then Trey Peterson uses his head to settle it down for Collinsville. And tell you what, looked like Garofalo was trying to send that ball up, and then he thought somebody wearing white was going to get there, and he stopped running.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there on the play.
Peterson trying to chase it down in front of the O'Fallon bench. That'll end up going out of bounds. And Peterson will have a throw in from the end of the O'Fallon bench. Substitution. Mahat comes back in. Null goes out. Up the line it goes. And a whistle. A foul for an over-the-back call against O'Fallon at midfield, so Collinsville will have a free kick, but all of our free kicks have come from way downtown. For the most part. Ball is on the way, right in front of the box and headed back down to Hensler. Hensler sends it over to the far sideline. And then off of an O'Fallon player, that ball chips into the air and deeper. That ball heads toward the sideline, and it'll stay with Collinsville, and the Kahawks will have a throw-in from all the way over on the far sideline, just outside the 18-yard box. Into the box, back out it goes, and down. Collinsville needs bodies out front, and there's just not enough of them there. Over Borm's head.
Can't lose that.
And picking it up, the O'Fallon Panthers coming in on that far side. Deep left wing, looking for a setup. A ball off of the head out front of Lorsbach. Lorsbach still trying to get that head on that ball. Finally does so. Can't get it to go too far. And then it's sent out front again. And a shot wide. Peril was tracking that ball down all the way, while Jack Treadway got a foot on it.
Braden Borm's got to win that ball out of the air. He cannot let that ball get underneath him as he goes to play it. He either needs to win it with his head or he needs to win it with his feet, but that resulted in a goal-scoring opportunity.
So Peril will send us back out to a goal kick restart. 24:45 left to play here in the second half. Collinsville's defense sends it up, and Jalen Wade couldn't settle it down. Tries to steal it. Can't do it. That ball comes back up. Wade tips it out to a teammate. Crowder over here for Lorsbach. Lorsbach back over to Crowder.
We need to get numbers out here on this left side. Yes. Keep it coming this way.
Crowder once again chips the ball up. Lorsbach trying to chase it down. He can't get there in time. And then it comes back down for Hensler. Hensler will send it back into the midfield circle. Here is Borm. Borm brings the ball up into the offensive zone, but it's sent right back, and Hensler will give it back to Borm, and then Borm will send it over to the side for Compton. Compton comes up that far sideline, puts on a nice move, gets rid of his defender, sends it out front for Crowder. Crowder will chip the ball up and trying to find Garofalo. Garofalo, he gets double-teamed, splits the defense, sends it over here to Lorsbach, and Lorsbach shots too much, too far, too wide, too high.
He's got to pull some pace off of that. We don't need to be, blasting that out to that far post. Drop that thing right in the 6-yard box, right at the PK marker where somebody can get a head on it or a flick.
I think he had more time than he thought, too.
Yeah.
Ben Eckel will send us back to a start here from the goalkeeper area. This one is low. Stopped by Collinsville before it makes it to midfield. And then bodies fly everywhere, and the referee lets him go. Now Wade trying to split the defense in the middle of the box. Wade shoots, yes! Scores! Jalen Wade ties this game up with 23 minutes left to play here in this second half.
My apologies to you viewers at home. I was a little slow on the play because I was caught up. I knew Jay was 1v1 with the goalie. I didn't keep the camera coming, but it was a beautiful play by Jalen Wade. That's exactly what he's capable of doing. Knocks the game up 1-1. Apologies at home, folks.
23 minutes left to play here in the second half, and we have a new game.
Sometimes we get caught up in the play.
Oh, yeah, it happens. Now that we broke the seal on the goal scoring here, how about we add another one real quick?
Get something going.
Yeah.
Maybe that turns the tide a little bit for the Kahawks.
Well, Fallon sends the ball straight out on the first kick after the goal, so Collinsville will have a throw-in from over on the far side of the field.
Still a lot of time left. I didn't see it, Todd.
They're saying it's O'Fallon's ball? Okay. I don't see how that happened, but I'm not down there on the field, so what do I know? I got old eyes. They're so old I have to wear glasses. O'Fallon trying to get that goal back. They will send it up and into the ball. Yeah, I was going to say that should belong to us.
I thought so too.
Yeah. Orsbach will throw it in. Up this near side sideline. Off of the head of Reiniger. And off of the back of the head of the goal scorer, Jalen Wade. Wade tips the ball over to Reiniger. Reiniger sends it up the line. Wade with that. Oh, man, he gets pushed off the ball. No call. Now he gets tugged on. Now he gets taken down, and he is in the box.
He's calling it out.
And he's going to call it out of the box, the referee is.
And I would tend to agree, Jay, his feet were outside the box as the foul happened. He fell into the box. I'm going to agree with the referee on that one.
All right.
It was close. Look, I mean, you can see how close it was.
I know. Well, you know, and that's one of those things where the defender really didn't have much of a choice because Wade was going to get around him. We'll see if Collinsville can capitalize on this close set piece right on the line, just outside the 18-yard box. And off of a O'Fallon player, we're going to have a corner kick out of that.
That was headed to the near post as the goalie was heading to the far post. Luckily, they got that, whatever it was, body part on the ball.
Corner kick on the way.
In the corner.
High, coming out the other side. Hensler trying to chase it down, but he won't get there first. It comes all the way back out to midfield. Borb will send it right back to where it came from, but off of Hensler's foot and out of bounds. Opportunity there for Collinsville.
Yep.
Need to generate more of those opportunities to have a chance to win this game. 1-1, almost halfway through the second half. That ball gets around everybody wearing O'Fallon's colors, and Jackson Perrell sends the ball screaming back up, but it's picked off there by O'Fallon. And in the middle of the field, they'll send it on up, and here is Lunning, and Lunning couldn't get a good hit on that ball because it rolled right to Perrell. If Lunning would have got a perfect hit on it, that ball would have been a screamer.
Alex Lorsbach did a good job of just fighting him off as long as he could.
Ball out at midfield. It'll be Collinsville's ball. Throw in coming up right at the end of the Kahok bench in front of head coach Rob Lugge. Peterson sends it up the line to Wade, and it's off with the defender. That was guarding Wade, and another throw in coming up here for Peterson. About 20 yards deeper. Comes down. Collinsville sends it back to Peterson, who sends it over to Garofalo. Garofalo, he will send it over to the far side for Peterson on that sideline. Sends one up front, and a rocket shot that Ben Eckel sucks right into his breadbasket. And he'll send it back out to the night sky all the way deep, down in the O'Fallon offensive zone. Out of bounds it goes, and Collinsville will have another throw in. We'll start to bring it back up the field again. Well, not this time. That was off of Crowder. And it'll be O'Fallon's throw in, and it'll be Weber right in front of his bench. Weber throws it up to the outside of the box. Collinsville uses a head to get it out, and uses another head to get it out, and then we'll kick it on out of there a little bit farther. One of the defenders chipped in. Collinsville, though, picks it off and comes all the way up to Wade. Jalen Wade just tied this game up a little bit ago, and bodies collide over there on the far side as that ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be another Collinsville throw-in, so just like the last time. Peterson started down deep, came to midfield. Next throw-in was up close, and that generated some offense. So same thing again, and
he's pushing him
back.
back.
He's going to push him back to midfield. He's like, you inched your way up a little bit closer, didn't you?
Yeah. You got caught, Trey.
So Peterson will come back to midfield in between the benches to throw this one in. He does so, up the line, trying to find Wade once again. And Collinsville trying to generate some offense. That ball will go out of bounds, and this time it'll belong to O'Fallon. Collinsville sends it back out to midfield, and a whistle will stop that.
I do not know what he's calling here.
I do not either.
Coach Boyd is questioning it as well. Again, no idea what's going on here.
Neither do I. Rob Lugie's getting explanations. At the same time, Lugie's holding up his arms like, I still don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. Collinsville's ball. They'll throw it in. Up the line it goes. And off of an O'Fallon player. And now we come down about 25, 30 yards deeper into the offensive zone for another Peterson throw in.
Just like you said.
Yeah. Just outside the box. And that ball is kicked out. We're going to move it up another 15 yards.
Can we bring Jackson Peril up for the throw?
Yeah. Now, Peterson loses control of the ball, and it is sent up. And Collinsville is Brett Borm trying to track it down. He does, and he'll send it all the way back to Compton. Compton trying to track it down, and he'll just send it over to the sideline and relieve that pressure and let O'Fallon throw it in. And it was a race by the two number twos, Lunning and
No idea what Borm was doing on that ball, son.
Compton.
What are you doing?
And this is when Chris Weber gets dangerous. This close to the box, he'll throw it in. High, out front, down.
Trouble.
And that's off the post. Off the far side post. Collinsville gets the ball out of there as Ian Schilling thought he had a goal.
Slow roller off the post. And we were slow to clear it off.
Collinsville trying to settle it down in the offensive zone. It's kicked back up by O'Fallon. And Trey Peterson chips in, gets pushed from behind, and there's a call. I was going to say no call, but they did call it. So free kick from Collinsville from midfield. As we approach 15 minutes left to play here in this second half. It's high into the middle of the box. Headed back down by an O'Fallon player. And then all the way over to the sideline it goes. And Collinsville picks it off there. Kahawks bring it up. Have some numbers here. Oh,
no.
Wait, they didn't call it.
He didn't call it offside. No.
He did. Now he does. Why don't they call it when it happens? Why do they always call it like 5 seconds, 10 seconds after the fact?
Well, hang on a minute, because I'm still not sure he called offsides. And flag never went up.
Yeah.
He pointed out for the goal kick,
Okay.
but no, okay, I'm wrong. That was strange.
Mm-hmm.
He was off, but
Well, they're not going to let him kick it.
no, they're going
They're not going to let him kick it out front.
They're going back to the. It's back on the goal kick line, like I thought.
Collinsville picks the ball up at midfield, and they'll send it back to Eckel. Now Eckel will send it back out to midfield. Rolls down the back of one of the Collinsville players, and Borm picks it up. He sends it on up the sideline to Peterson, but Peterson and his defender got there right at the same time. And then the Kahawks send it all the way back down. Another chance for Wade if he can get to the ball. And Wade trying to wrestle for it over there. He gets taken down, and we're going to have the other way. It's going to be O'Fallon's ball. And it'll be a free kick from over there by the goalkeeper. Eckel sends it high out to midfield. Collinsville uses a head to send it back to the offense. Kahawks continue to pressure Fallon players, and then Wade didn't have anybody to pass it to. I don't know if he was thinking that somebody was coming up the sideline or not. But
I think he thought Crowder was coming, but I don't think Crowder was coming.
No, he wasn't. At any rate, turns into another Trey Peterson throw-in, and we've been successful from this part right here. And Collinsville gets one, sends it, and Eckel has to dive out to his left to save that one.
Alex Lorsbach on the doorstep waiting to tap that home if there was a rebound.
Eckel sends that one deep, and across the line it goes, and it's going to belong to Collinsville.
Good job by Aiden Hensler bodying the O'Fallon midfielder off the ball there to make sure it was a Collinsville throw.
Sent up into the air by Garofalo. Robertson sends it right back off of the head of Reiniger, trying to find Wade. And then the ball on the ground, and again, Reiniger. Oh! Ooh! Reiniger almost got knocked into next week.
I don't know where he took it, but it didn't look like it felt good.
No. Wholesale player changes again for O'Fallon. They bring in 4 players. Collinsville brings in 1. And it's Gavin Knoll. Knoll will come back in. And he'll take the place of Jimmy Crowder. 11 and a half to go here in the second half. 1-1 game between Collinsville and O'Fallon. That ball gets by everyone. And then Reiniger gets a foot on it, but it's kept alive by O'Fallon. Now Reiniger turns around, brings it up, and runs over his defender. No call on the play.
Yeah, we got the call.
And there's another tug from behind, and this time they're going to call it on the wrong person.
He misses the call here on the left side.
Yeah.
Completely.
Then he calls one on
and
Gavin Knoll.
And he was about to call it.
And Gavin Knoll was the one who got pulled down. So I think that was a makeup call. So a free kick coming for O'Fallon about 35 yards away. Jackson Perrell over on that far side post, trying to get a better view of things. Ball is popped into the air. And a save by Perrell after it goes off of a body. Perrell sends the ball downrange, trying to spring Jalen Wade. Wade.
He needs help.
Yeah, he does. And that ball is going to go into the Kahok bench. Another Collinsville throw-in. And O'Fallon uses a head to send it back almost close to out of bounds. But O'Fallon Panthers get the ball up, and now they want to play a little offense. Brett Borm stops that, though. Or, excuse me, Braden Borm stops that with that one right foot planted. Ball hits off the ankle and goes out of bounds.
I wish I had his athleticism still.
I bet. Under 10 to go here in this second half. 1-1 game. Weber throws it in. Down it goes on a one bouncer right to Jackson Perrell.
We're dodging some bullets on these skippers into Jackson.
Sure are. Ball all the way down in the Collinsville offensive zone. Now we just have to get it away from the O'Fallon players. Wade over there trying to do that.
Great hustle, great effort by Jay Wade.
Stepped in front of the ball. The ball ends up going off the O'Fallon defender, and Collinsville will have a throw-in. And again, Trey Peterson will take it. Peterson throws it down, gets it right back, pops it up into the box. And it's a bouncer off of the head then of one of the O'Fallon defenders, and then Lunning will send the ball back downfield. Haven't called his name too much tonight in this game.
Bite your tongue.
I know. Here is Robertson. Robertson coming up this right side, puts on a nice move to get around Lorsbach and then falls down. Just lost his feet. Lorsbach takes over, gives the ball up to Crowder, and then it's a little bit too far for Reiniger, but he's still on the move, and that ball is going to go across the end line.
Yes, sir.
And we'll take a corner kick.
Yes, sir. We'll take that corner.
They didn't call it a corner. I could have swore I saw the referee on the far side point that flag down to the corner. Yeah.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. Huh. So instead of us on a corner kick. Ben Eichel is going to have a goal kick, and he sends it back out to midfield. O'Fallon sends it up. Collinsville intercepts. Here is Crowder. Crowder over on the far side sideline. They'll send the ball on up. Well, that's Jimmy Crowder, sorry. Right past Garofalo to Reiniger. Reiniger steps right around a couple of defenders and then gets taken out.
Man. That was borderline flagrant, Todd.
Yeah, that was Edgar Lopez. Just reached his arm out there. He got a yellow card.
Okay.
Lopez gets a yellow card. He's going to have to go have a seat, or they called it against Nate Koenig. So Koenig is the one who gets called for it. He'll have to go out.
I think that was the right call. I thought it was flagrant enough to earn the card.
So Collinsville will have a free kick here from 35 yards away.
I would like to see this on goal. You're only 25 yards out, 30 yards out. Create an opportunity here. Let's put this on goal.
Landon Mahat will send it toward the net. It's high and too high. Going this direction, you do have that little bit of a breeze at your back. Looking at the little red tape ribbons up on the football goalpost, they are still moving pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
So once again, Ben Eckel will send us back out to action here. And what do we have, a timeout?
What is this?
Well, we have a hurt player on the field, I guess.
4. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was going to say, it's not hot enough for a water break.
Yeah, that's Chris Moore down on his knees just outside the circle there. And I didn't realize they stopped the clock all that long ago. 7.5 to go here in this second half. 1-1. Well, Fallon gets their first goal of the game with 29 seconds left to play in the first half. And Collinsville sophomore Jalen Wade tied it up. Just about 17 minutes into the second half. And here we are with 7.5 to go in the second half, and we're still tied 1-1.
7.5 hard minutes. 7.5 hard, high-intensity minutes. Cahoks can pull something out here. It would be great. Coach Lugie's gone with a shorter bench this second half. Very few subs, where you've seen O'Fallon bring in 3 or 4 at a time.
Yeah, they have been doing the wholesale player change routine. Collinsville brings in 1 at a time. We're a couple of players down, though.
We are. Couple strong, dependable players in Bryson Bodie and Justin Hammond, players that get quality minutes.
Back to the start, we are.
It's trouble.
And O'Fallon into the box. Collinsville survives, gets it out. Over onto the far side sideline, it goes for Jimmy Crowder. Peterson sends it up, but out of bounds right in front of the O'Fallon bench, so O'Fallon will have a throw in from there. And I'll give you 3 guesses as to who's going to do the throw in, and the first 2 don't count. Evan Weber. That's who.
From the 25.
Yeah. And all the way into the box. It comes down. Collinsville sends it out. Kahawks got an opportunity. Ball carrier had a little bit of room in which to work with, but sent it up, I think, just a little bit too early.
He wasn't under pressure.
No.
There's no reason to get rid of the ball at that point.
Could have dribbled it up the field a little bit longer and waited for a little bit of help. And there is Lunning over on the far side. Gets the ball over to that far side left wing, and then in front of the box it goes, and one skipper right into the hands of Jackson Perrell. Perrell sends it back out deep. It's going to roll all the way down, and they're going to let Eckel come out and handle that one. As we have 6 minutes to play here in this second half.
Collinsville seems to be playing a more direct north and south game at this point, trying to play long or play over the top in the last few minutes.
Lorsbach off the body, off the head, down, and then Lorsbach gets taken from behind.
It's going to be against Aiden Hensler, taking down both players. Is
Yeah,
what
sure
I think
did.
he's calling.
Yeah. Can you get called for taking down your own player?
Well, if there's another guy not in the way, I suppose.
Well, because he pushed Lorsbach, and Lorsbach,
Right.
that in turn ran into the O'Fallon player. So here is Robertson.
Does he play short or does he go for it?
Robertson strikes it. Strikes it too hard. Over the net. And Jackson Perro will have a goal kick restart. Getting kind of late. Coming up on 5 minutes to play. Of course, we started late, so
may as well go late.
Might as well go late. Perro sends it out to midfield. Skips past everyone. And then O'Fallon will just send it out to the Kahok bench, and they'll take their chances on throw-ins. Peterson from in front of his bench. Doesn't waste any time throwing it in. Gets it down to Crowder. Crowder back to Peterson. Peterson trying to work it up to Wade. Jalen Wade skips the ball back. And then no call. I think everybody was waiting for another call. Looked like they all stopped.
Yeah, play kind of slowed down.
That allowed Eckel to come up and scoop the ball. Well, he pops that one straight up. I'm sure that's not what he wanted to do. And that one ends up going out of bounds. So another throw-in. When's the last time we had a throw-in from this side of the field for Collinsville?
It's been a while.
Trey Peterson's been over there throwing the ball all up and down the sideline. Now Lorsbach will get to throw one in. Trying to find Wade. Everybody's trying to find Wade.
Well,
I understand why.
He's about the only threat we've got going on up there right now. This is trouble.
Here comes Chris Moore.
Well done
and
by Compton.
Man. They'll turn it around. Now Chris Moore will get it back over here on this right wing. He'll send a crossing pass out in front. That's off of a head and right back to where it came from. And now Lorsbach, he gets it up but couldn't get it out as Lopez was there to take over. And then off of the backside there of Collinsville's Mahat. And, you got to be kidding me. That was the wrong call.
That probably shouldn't have been a call either way.
No,
there
there shouldn't have been.
That would have been a no-call situation. Adam Reiniger limping. Understandably so.
So Andre Robertson will have another free kick here. This one from about 40 yards away. As we approach 3 minutes left to play here.
Come on,
in this second half. Robertson lets her fly. Too high. But, right off the top of the net again.
From this angle, Todd, that one was a little closer than what I would want, what I would enjoy.
That's when you have Jackson Perro with his long arms.
Yeah, that from up here, that looked like it was going to drop.
So Jackson Perro will send us back to a restart with 2:25 left to play in regulation. Down it goes, all the way into the offensive zone. Popped straight up at midfield. And then over to Lorsbach. Lorsbach will send it up into the middle of the midfield circle. And circling with it. Giving it up to Trey Peterson. Peterson trying to thread the needle and send it up to Wade, but he mishit it and sent it right to the O'Fallon player instead. Now Borm over on the sideline sends it across and into the Kahok bench. Throw in here for O'Fallon. Weber sends it all the way up the line. Collinsville's Trey Peterson trying to
great battle by
hold off
Trey.
Robertson.
And he did. And Robertson, or whoever that is over there,
That's
not
Robertson.
happy.
He's,
is that Robertson?
He's not very happy about that, is he? Yeah, Robertson ended up going over onto the left side while Chris Moore came over here to the right side. Peterson throws it up. Popped up in the air. Back down. Popped up again. And stopped over there by Robertson for just a moment, or excuse me, Chris Moore. Now it comes up for Wade. Wade gets taken off of the ball. And then over to Lorsbach. Lorsbach trying to send it up for Reiniger. Goes past Reiniger. Now Wade's trying to catch up with it. And he will have that ball taken off of his foot before he can get there. Lorsbach steals it, sends it back up to Wade. Wade over here on the left wing, trying to come into the box. Sends it over to Lorsbach. Lorsbach trying to turn the corner to center it, and we're going to have a call. And I don't even know what that was for. I have no idea. They couldn't have called anything against Lorsbach, could they?
No. All Alex was doing was trying to fight for the ball.
Yeah.
They were both bodying each other off the ball. There was no foul there.
40 seconds left to play here in the second half. And O'Fallon chips the ball up, and Chris Moore is closing in on it. Oh! And then Collinsville players run into their own goalkeeper. That ball goes across the line, and luckily for the Kahawks, it was off of a Collinsville body. 25 seconds left. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to get anything going on here, but the referee stops the clock. 17 seconds left.
Got a player down.
Got a player down, inside the box over here, and Ben Eckel is standing right over his teammate. Can't tell who it is because he's flat on his back, but it looks like it's a leg cramp because Eckel was helping him out.
So refresh my memory, Todd. Is it 2 10s?
Yes, it is. 2 10s, and if no one scores, we go to PKs.
If I remember right, was there an O'Fallon Collinsville match last year decided in PKs?
I don't remember. Ian Schilling was the injured O'Fallon player. I think it was just a leg cramp.
I want to say we might have finished in PKs here last year. I'm getting old. I can't remember anything.
Yeah, that happens.
My wife looks at me all cross-eyed.
You remember her name, don't you?
Most of the time.
Okay.
But
that's probably good.
My memory's fading in my 46 years of age. It's not a good sign.
Well, we won 3-1 here.
Okay.
So that wouldn't have been a PK thing.
All right.
But we lost 3-2 at home. That might have been it.
Okay. I feel like we had a lot of games last year decided in PKs, and it wasn't usually in our favor.
Yeah. Well, that's when we realized that the huddle camera doesn't work for penalty kicks at home.
You're right.
So Jackson Peril will send us back to a restart here.
Lose it deep.
And we're back underway, but only 17 seconds left in regulation. And Chris Moore circles with the ball and sends it up the line, and that is out of bounds. It'll belong to O'Fallon. They're going to throw it in, and they're going to send it right back out. That is the end of regulation. We will take a timeout, and when we come back, we're going to have some more soccer to play. Overtime, 10 minutes on the clock, and we'll be back to tell you all about it here in just a moment on the Kahok
Hi,
Sports
Purple and
Network.
White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual. So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees, or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
And once again, we welcome you back to O'Fallon Township High School. 1-1 is our score after regulation. So we go to overtime, and in case you all don't remember the rules or this is your first time watching a little varsity soccer action, 2 10-minute periods here for overtime. There is no golden goal, so if somebody scores, the game is not over. It's whoever scores at the end of the 2 10-minute periods, and then if no one scores, we go to penalty kicks. Fun stuff.
It is.
Fun stuff at the OK Corral. First half goal by Evan Weber on a throw-in that must have went off of the finger of Jackson Perrell off of the body part of somebody and went in, and that was with 29 seconds left. And then 17 minutes into the second half, Collinsville finally gets on the board on a Jalen Wade goal.
Beautiful goal by Jay.
That's his
first
goal.
First one of the year. Yep.
Yeah, first one of the year for him.
He'll get his opportunities. He'll definitely be helping the Kahoks on the varsity level for.
Well, JV won 2-1, so the varsity boys trying to do the same thing, only with a little extra added time to do it. Collinsville will get the ball first. 10-minute periods.
Is it weird that I get nervous for overtime like this?
Oh no, it's not weird at all.
Could have something to do with having a kid out there.
Yeah, it has everything to do with it.
By the way we're lining up, it looks to me like we're going to try and play a long ball into one of the corners. Got our 2 wing backs pushed up at the start of the first overtime.
We're underway. Overtime number 1.
And it's not on.
Collinsville sends the ball up, but that is Chris Moore who stops it, but a nice steal over there by Garofalo. And Collinsville continues their forward push. Reiniger gets taken out of the play. He's down.
No call.
And that ball skips past everyone and goes right to Dane Compton. Over on the far side, now we get a call.
He's grabbing him by the arm or by the shirt tail and
Yeah.
takes him down. I'm not sure why that's not considered a card.
That's Robertson. He pulled down Aiden Hensler over there on the sideline right in front of both benches.
Yeah.
So Collinsville will have a free kick from midfield. First overtime, 1-1 game. Collinsville sends it into the offensive zone. Down it goes, out in front of the 18-yard box. And Collinsville trying to set it up. Here is Peterson. Peterson just overran the ball, got taken off of it, but they send it right back to Crowder. Crowder tries to split the defense. He does, then gets taken off the ball. And then trying to chip in there was Sam Garofalo. He couldn't. And then O'Fallon sends it right back up. Stopped over there by Hensler. He'll send it over here for Peterson. Peterson right below our location. A little chip pass right back to him, but never quite made it to Peterson. And then Chris Moore gets it at midfield. He'll send the ball over to Matt Culp. Culp sends the ball up, but stopped there by Compton. And then Collinsville tries to bring it back up for another offensive push. In the middle of the field, just off of the foot of Garofalo. Now he gets it right back. He'll pop it up, trying to spring his teammate Jimmy Crowder there for a little goal-scoring opportunity, but it just never made it that far. O'Fallon sends the ball across the sideline. Collinsville will have a throw in, and it'll happen right downstairs from our location. Trey Peterson with the throw in. Excuse me, 2 minutes gone here in this first overtime period. Peterson sends the ball up, and it comes right back to him, and he's going to let it go out of bounds, and he'll do it all over again, pretty much from the same spot. Peterson inches his way up to midfield.
Takes every inch he could get, doesn't
Yeah. Collinsville gets to keep the ball again. Now he'll have a chance to throw it from the offensive zone in. We'll see how much he can walk up before the referee says, a little
Look at
farther
that.
back. I know.
There he is.
Yeah. Yeah, even the guy in the booth next door to us here is like, where's he going?
He took about another 8-9 yards after that.
Up to Wade, off of his head, and sent back out to midfield. Stopped there by Dane Compton. Compton sends it on up to Garofalo. Garofalo with a little sideline pass over to Lorsbach. Lorsbach back to Garofalo. Garofalo trying to get around his defender. Can't do it. Ball gets loose. And it's Garofalo and Lorsbach in there trying to fight for the ball. Now Lorsbach will come up with it. He'll send it up into the front of the box. It's chipped out to the side. Shot, and that goes too high and too wide.
Should be a corner. Deflection.
Off of the foot of Adam Reiniger. Collinsville will get a corner kick out of it. See if they can get a set piece working here.
We need something here, Todd.
And they'll just pass it up and then pop it up on the second attempt, and it'll go all the way out the other side. And it'll be a goal kick restart. That didn't work out too well.
No, we're wasting these opportunities on set pieces. What I consider to be good opportunities to
I was
create
checking out
chances.
that corner flag down there. Man, look at that thing bending and whipping in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
So Collinsville's got to shoot the ball into the wind here in this first overtime. In the second overtime, they'll have the wind at their backs. And all the meanwhile, we need to keep these storms at bay, right?
Yep. I have not checked the weather.
Neither have I. It's coming up on 9 o'clock. I knew that there were supposed to be some in the area around 9:30, but they said that as the daylight heat dissipated, so would the thunderstorms. So Fallon sends it up to midfield, and it's stopped there by Peterson. Peterson sends the ball on up and trying to find Jimmy Crowder, but Crowder just went past him. And now O'Fallon sends the ball all the way up, but out of bounds, and Collinsville will have another throw in. Trey Peterson will start from the 40. I was gonna count how many yards he walks up before he gets whistled back. We'll do it again.
I do like the intensity Collinsville has finished the second half with and come out with here in the first overtime.
That ball didn't go exactly where Peterson wanted it to. And O'Fallon will send the ball back out, and Jackson Perrell will scoop it on up. Perrell into the wind, low, down at midfield. O'Fallon trying to work it up. They do, and once again, Perrell will scoop it up before anyone can get there. Wearing the O'Fallon colors. 4:35 left to play here in this first overtime. Perrell sends it up.
I like that. I like that.
All the way down, past the defense. Now the ball on the ground. That's when you can probably steal one over there. O'Fallon sends it back down, but unlike earlier in the game, there's no one down there wearing the O'Fallon colors to put on any offense.
What I'm seeing is O'Fallon is really trying to compact things in the middle of the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 O'Fallon players in the middle of the field in their defensive half. Are they trying to park the bus?
I don't know. That was a Garofalo kick back to Borm, up to Peterson. Peterson sends it up, gets it right back, and then it's picked off. Culp takes over for it. And then Moore works it on up over to the far side, and that's picked up there by Collinsville's defense. Sent back into the offense. Trying to settle it down is Crowder. Crowder and Wade are the only two forwards back. What?
Guess it would be unprofessional of me to holler from the box, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they frown upon those things.
Yeah, they probably do.
I'm sure the people at the other end of your microphone appreciate it too.
We've got enough people down there doing the work for us, right?
That's right. There's enough voices of displeasure down there for us all. Here's O'Fallon. They send the ball up and partially stopped there by Lorsbach. Now Lorsbach trying to track it down before it goes across the end line, but he's not going to be successful, and it's going to be a corner kick here for O'Fallon. Just under 3 minutes to play in overtime period number 1. Looks like Matt Culp is going to go over and take this kick. Stays low, comes out front, and then down and popped up over the end line. And another corner kick coming up here for O'Fallon.
So this would be this could carry.
Near side. Yeah, I got that wind whipping up, so you get it out front, and the wind can take care of the rest of it. That one stays really low. Matter of fact, that one didn't have any air underneath it and skirted across the end line.
I think you'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, you think? Under 2 to go here in overtime period number 1.
Oh, boy.
Peril sends it back out, but he keeps it low. And Lorsbach will send it right. Uh-oh. They call that offside?
No, he called it out of bounds over there on that right end line, and I think that's a lucky call for us.
You are not kidding there.
That was a misplay by Lorsbach.
Sure
that
was.
going to result in a 1v1 with Jackson Peril.
So now, Mr. Weber. Evan Weber with the throw in over there. He's been excellent. Matter of fact, that's pretty much where he scored that goal from.
Can we just park him on the bench?
Yeah, that one's a little bit lighter out front. And a missed opportunity there by Andre Robertson. He was wide open on the near post and mishit it.
Collins would like to have that one back, too.
Well, they're getting that one back right now. Here is Peril. He'll send us back into the play with just under a minute to go here in this first overtime period. Off of a head and out in midfield.
Dane
and
Compton playing like a beast.
Oh, what? Man, oh, man. Rough day to be a ref.
Man.
Compton jumps up in the air and gets his head
Wins
on the
head
ball and then gets called for what, over the back?
Over the back, I guess is what he would call, but
Jackson Peril needs to pay attention. Ball's in the air. And out front it goes. Collinsville has numbers if they can get some speed. And there is Wade trying to track it down, but a nice defensive play over there by Evan Weber, so he can do more than just throw the ball in. And Collinsville will throw the ball in at the end of the O'Fallon bench, but they're not even going to have enough time to do that.
I would let it go at this point.
Time's going to run out, and overtime period number 1 is over, and we will have overtime period number 2 for you when we come back from a commercial timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back at O'Fallon High School. Overtime period number 2. About ready to get underway here. after a scoreless overtime period number 1. So we have at least another 10 minutes to play. And if no one can score inside that 10-minute time frame, then we will go to penalty kicks. Now we will switch sides of the field, and Collinsville will have the wind at their back here in overtime period number 2. Couple of opportunities there by both teams. The golden opportunity belonged to O'Fallon, and Andre Robertson missed an open net on the near side post, shot it wide. This time O'Fallon will start with possession here as we begin overtime period number 2.
Collinsville was having some success in that overtime, playing a lot more direct, over the top, trying to push Jalen Wade forward. I'd like to see them use this left side of the field. They were having success over here, too.
Overtime period number 2 underway. This one gets behind the Collinsville defense, and they'll just allow Jackson Perrell to pick the ball up on a couple of hops, and Perrell will send it back out with the wind at his back. That goes a lot farther. Kahawks
go through it.
And it is Eckel who gets there right before Reiniger does, and then a bad kick, and Collinsville will take over, but they don't get to take over for very long. Loose ball picked up at midfield. Here comes O'Fallon.
Mahat's got to defend.
They're coming up over on the far side. That is Lopez. A ball sent into the box, and Collinsville sends it back out. Comes all the way out to midfield to Adam Reiniger. Nice. Reiniger will send the ball on up for Crowder. Crowder back to Reiniger. Back to Crowder, but never did make it to him. And then Reiniger will get the ball back on his foot, and he'll try to leave a pass for Jalen Wade, but he leaves it a little bit too far, and that allows Ben Eckel to come out and take it before Wade can get there. Eckel sends the ball into the wind. Still a pretty good kick for into the wind, huh?
Yeah.
Right into the Kahawk bench it goes, and it belongs to O'Fallon. And we'll have a Weber throw-in. Everybody sitting on the bench gets an up-close personal look at the Weber throw-in from here. Up the sideline. Collinsville sends it right back out to midfield. Wade trying to track it down. He can't get there. Collinsville gets a head on it. Sent it down. Hensler sends it over to the far sideline, but in between the benches it goes, and O'Fallon will have another throw-in, and they bounce the ball to Weber, and Weber at this point knows exactly what to do with it.
Right. At this point, I'd like to see Collinsville, if they're going to lose the ball out of bounds, lose it deep.
Yeah. That one almost made it to the corner of the 18-yard box, but not quite. Comes back out, and O'Fallon trying to set up their offense. Collinsville steals it. Gets it up to Jalen Wade. He scored the goal for Collinsville. Who gets the ball up to Adam Reiniger. Reiniger over on the right wing. Gets tripped up just outside the box, and Collinsville will have a free kick from there.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be, I sound like I'm using that as a question because sometimes I don't know what they're going to call.
No, you're right. And I understood what you were saying. This is a dangerous opportunity.
Yeah.
Jimmy Crowder with that left foot in swinger. If he puts this on goal, he could bend it in. I would go with Crowder on this, not Mahat at this particular point.
Ball on the way. Out front. Ooh, knocked down by a nice header there by Tyler Lunning. And then the ball ends up going out of bounds. That goes across the sideline, too. That's a throw-in, not a goal kick restart. Yeah, so they're going to have to give it up for Weber. There's no way Weber's going to make it down to the box from here. If he does, I quit. I'm walking out. I'm leaving. Weber throws it up the side.
Good.
Collinsville uses a head of Mahat to keep it in. Now Jalen Wade does the same. Wade trying to get it back. Comes down, out front. Collinsville has a chance, and Reiniger will pop a ball, and it's going to go too high. And Ben Eckel will have another goal kick restart here for O'Fallon.
Coach Lugie making a sub here. It looks like Crowder might be holding his head.
Yeah, he might have took something to the head there when everybody was jumping up for it. And O'Fallon gets it back into the offensive zone. Collinsville's defense there to pick it up. They get the ball up and over here now for Lorsbach. Lorsbach looking to bring it up the sideline. Instead, he uses a pass to get it to Garofalo. Garofalo sends the ball up to Wade. Gives it right back to Garofalo. Garofalo sidesteps one defender. And then we'll send it over to the far side sideline. And Collinsville puts a shot on goal.
Oh.
And a skip. And Eckel has to dive out to his right to make sure that one gets no farther.
Trey Peterson hit that from about 30 yards out on a skipper that was extremely dangerous.
Now the ball out to midfield again. And here we go once again. Garofalo tried to chip the ball up to Lorsbach, but didn't get enough chip on it. Collinsville will send it back down to the offensive zone and let O'Fallon go chase it. They'll send it back to Eichel, and Eichel will pop it up and send it out to midfield. Collinsville uses a head to get it back up. And another nice move by Reiniger, but he had a defender waiting for him as soon as he turned the corner. Here is Trey Peterson. Peterson sends it up the sideline right in front of the Kahok bench. And it'll be a throw-in for O'Fallon with 4:40 left to play here in overtime number 2.
Collinsville still coming out with a lot of pressure, just like in the first overtime. I like it. They're bringing a lot of pressure, a lot of intensity, and they're using this left side of the field. I think they're having more success over here on this left side.
I think you're right. Another throw-in for Weber. This one's going to be in front of his bench.
Away.
Makes it into the front of the box. And then a shot that was partially blocked. Collinsville gets there first. Lorsbach sends the ball up, and the defense for O'Fallon takes it right back to midfield. Now over here on the sideline for Chris Moore. That is not Chris Moore. That is Donovan DeWeese. DeWeese sends the ball, and
Good
Collinsville
step,
picks
Aiden.
it off. And then DeWeese returns the favor.
Oh, gosh. Come on, guys. Clean this up.
Popped up. DeWeese is down, and now we're going to have a whistle, and we're going to stop the clock. Because, we want this to take even longer. I know they need to check on the kid. I think it was just Mitch Fortune. A body part ran into a body part. No intent, and because he laid on the ground for so long and made him stop the clock, he's going to have to send DeWeese off, and DeWeese isn't happy about that. But DeWeese knows the rules, and if he wanted to stay in the game that bad, he would have hopped right up, right?
You would think.
Right.
After all, it's overtime of a Southwestern Conference heavyweight match, right?
So is this going to turn into a kick for O'Fallon from here?
It should not.
We had control of the ball, didn't we? You got to be kidding me. Right off of...
Shoot. Come on, boys.
Right off of Peril. It goes out the other side. Collinsville picks it up, and it's going to be Wade. He'll settle it down, and he has a defender right on his back. He gets pushed from behind. No call. Gets shoved from behind again. No call. Wade gets it around, but nobody there to pick it up for Collinsville, and it goes right back out to midfield. Coming up on 3.5 minutes to play here in the second overtime, and we're going to have a call that's going to go against Collinsville. I believe that it was... I think it was Landon Mahat who got called for inadvertent kick to the face.
You got the clock going?
Thank you.
Well, I didn't either. Now we're going to have another. Are we having another stoppage?
Well, he needs to burn some time.
Yeah. Now he says stop it. So all of about 10 seconds?
To me, it felt like it was longer than that.
Yeah. Wrong one. Come on, man. Add a minute. Thank you. Minus a second. 1, 2, 3, and go. Yeah, pretty much. All right. Well, we're going to have some discussions now.
He's actually putting more time on when I think he should have been taking time off. That clock was not running for a solid what seemed like 10, 15 seconds.
Well, now the clock's set at 3:35.
Mm-hmm.
And why did he blow? Okay. I think he blew the whistle, but he was still standing there with the ball in his hand. Up it goes, and out of bounds it goes. And O'Fallon will have a throw in deep in their defensive zone. Off of a head and out of bounds once again. So another throw in coming for Collinsville this time. Peterson throws it up the line. And then O'Fallon steps right in front of its intended target. And down the ball goes at midfield. Collinsville trying to work it up. Up to Wade. Wade with a little back heel step and sends the ball up, but nothing doing there as far as the forward coming up that far side sideline. Excuse me.
Collinsville ensuring they've got 5 backs. Oh.
Well, Fallon picks that ball off. Up it goes to Lunning. Lunning turns, trying to find some room in there on that right wing.
Great
and
job, Lorsbach.
Nice job by Alex Lorsbach. He'll put it across the line. It'll be a corner kick coming up here for O'Fallon. 2:25 left to play here in this second overtime. O'Fallon got a goal in the first half. Collinsville got a goal in the second half. Both of those came in regulation. Here we are into our second overtime period. And Chris Moore will send the corner kick out. And it's up, and Collinsville sends it back out front. Kahawks get it back out to the midfield area. And they send it right back, does O'Fallon, all the way across the end line. And it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Jackson Perrell. And we have 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this second overtime. Let's get the back-breaking goal right now. What do you say?
I agree. Let's launch one down there.
Perrell sends it out.
Not long
O'Fallon,
enough.
no. Didn't get any air underneath that one. Here is Lunning. Lunning again, trying to race around defenders. Sends it
follow.
over onto the far side and circling. And a shot, and Jackson Perrell picks it up. 1:20 left to play. Perrell can now send it deep downfield.
He does.
It's that wind behind his back, and Collinsville will have that ball go across the end line, and it's going to be put there by Collinsville. And the O'Fallon Panthers will have a goal kick restart by Ben Eckel with exactly 1 minute to go here in this second overtime.
Chaos got to hold strong here for this last minute.
Eckel sends it up into the sky. That ball will roll right at the end of the O'Fallon bench. No call on the player being taken down. Collinsville gets the ball back. They'll send it up the sideline. Jalen Wade trying to chase it down. He gets around one defender, comes in front, and sends the ball in front, trying to find Reiniger there. And Reiniger do a little one-timer. Collinsville dangerous again. Here is Lorsbach. Settle it down and shoot. And it's a save by Eckel. And with 20 seconds left, Eckel keeps his team in this game.
Great shot by Lorsbach. Headed for that top corner.
Eckel sends the ball into the night sky with 10 seconds to go. Looks like we're going to be going to penalty kicks, kids.
That's it.
That is going to do it for the two overtime periods. We will head to penalty kicks right after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more, to collectible items. Anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And once again, welcome back to O'Fallon Township High School. It is time for some penalty kicks. Referees and the two goalkeepers are walking down to the goal that is going to be used for the PKs. And all of the players participating out at midfield. We'll give them to you one by one as they come up. Chance to come out with a 2-1 win for one of these teams, as right now we're tied 1-1.
As I said, I only see 4 Kahok kickers out there. That
might be the Jackson Perril's going to take one.
Makes me believe that Jackson Perril might be a kicker.
We shall see. What, the whole Collinsville High School student body cheering section got a curfew? They're all leaving. Oh, they're coming down here to sit, aren't they?
Coming down to watch, yeah.
Coming down to watch, getting closer view. What? All right, here we go. Chris Moore will be the first one up for O'Fallon. Chris Moore has 1 goal this year. He's ready to go. Jackson Perril's ready to go. Moore steps off like he's getting ready to kick a field goal here for a football team. Here we go. Oh, and he missed.
Yes.
Missed wide to the left.
Before that kick, I was about to say you need at least 1 save from your keeper or 1 miss. You got to get something.
Well, he got a miss, and one number 4 gives way to the next number 4. This is Adam Reiniger for Collinsville. Reiniger leads the Kahawks with 3 goals on the year. Didn't like that ball?
I'm not sure. One is shinier than the other.
Reiniger, yeah, has the new ball. He wants the new ball. So Reiniger is ready to go. So is the goalkeeper, Ben Eckel. Here is Reiniger, and Reiniger is in.
Yes.
Off of the goalkeeper's hands and up.
He almost got it, but enough power and enough pace. Reiniger was able to put it by him.
So right now the Kahawks have a goal, and O'Fallon does not. So that benefits the Collinsville Kahawks right now. Next up for O'Fallon.
He's going to pick the other ball.
Jake, yeah, he is.
Oh, no. Okay.
Get that thing out of here. Jake Schildknecht.
I've watched Jackson in practice on PKs. He does a good job.
Well, the first ball went to his right. They're going to try his left side this time. We'll find out.
Oof.
Yep, that one's good. So right now, 1 goal each. And next up for Collinsville is going to be Dane Compton.
Number 2, Dane Compton.
I think they're just going to settle on one ball to use now.
I guess.
Yeah. So Compton trying to give his team back a lead. Here it is.
Yes.
Good.
Placed perfectly.
Despite the fact that Eckel guessed the right direction.
You couldn't have tucked that inside that, I guess, our right post, goalkeeper's left post any better. Side netting.
Andre Robertson. He'll step up next for O'Fallon. He has 2 goals for his Panther team this year. Robertson gets the whistle. He's ready to go. Here we go. And that one's in as well.
Jackson guessed the right way.
Sure did.
Just out of his reach.
So right now 2-2, but O'Fallon already has a miss. So if everybody continues to score from here on out, the K-Hawks will win this one.
Mahat.
Landon Mahat. He's ready to go. Here we go. And it's good. Stayed sky high. Roofed it off the bottom of that crossbar.
Wow. That had some pace on it, but man, that almost went over.
And the K-Hawks have scored on all 3 of their opportunities.
We need one here.
Next up is John Rackford. This is the 4th penalty kick here for O'Fallon. And it's on the way. And almost.
Just out of his
Yeah,
reach.
Jackson Perrell. He's guessed right every time so far, too. So, there is Alex Lorsbach.
For the Chaos, number 18, Alex Lorsbach.
Lorsbach ready to go. Here it is.
Yes.
Good. So now if Jackson Perrell can stop Donovan Deweese, the K-Hawks will win this game. Deweese ready to go. So is Jackson Perrell. Referee blows his whistle, and here we go. Oh, man, I thought he was going to get to that one because that one rolled in kind of slow. So now it's all up to this final kicker, and it's going to be Jackson Perrell who is going to come out and take this final shot. And if he can bury it, the K-Hawks will win this one 2-1. Perrell.
Just blasted.
He's ready to go. Here it is. And it's
Yes.
good. Jackson Perrell.
That's a winner.
Makes Collinsville a 5-for-5 winner in the PK phase, and Collinsville wins this one tonight.
Huge.
By a final score of 2-1.
Huge Southwestern Conference win, Todd. Gets K-Hawks back in the winning column.
You are not kidding there, man. I tell you what, they needed that one. They needed that one bad. And they handle Fallon, only their 2nd loss on the year. And Collinsville, after coming off of that 2-2 tie against Webster Groves, needed a big pick-me-up, and they got it. Although it took a long time, we finally got there. Let's welcome you into the postgame program brought to you by Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the K-Hawk Chicken Sandwich. Cafe Agape since 2012, offering catering and some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Cafe Agape, give them a call, 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. We'll be back with the post-game show right after this timeout on the K-Hawk Sports
Cafe
Network.
Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. And once again, we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one here tonight 2-1. Took us overtimes, took us penalty kicks, but the Kahawks come out victorious. And joining us now on the post-game show is Collinsville's assistant coach and JV head coach, Mr. Hayes. How are you, sir?
I am fantastic.
I haven't seen you in forever, man.
I know.
Jeff
I
Hayes,
like coming up here and talking to you.
I know, and it's been a while because we didn't get to do this at all last year.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, what a game. Before we get to this varsity game, let's talk about your JV team for a minute. You guys
absolutely.
got a 2-1 win here this afternoon as well. So tell us a little bit about that game and your win on the JV side.
That's a huge win for us. Anytime you're going to get a win in a conference, you got to take the positives from it. And we're at a point now where we've bumped some kids up to varsity that were initially on my roster, and they were getting good minutes for us. So it's like we just have more guys filling in. You know, we lose one guy to the varsity team, somebody else steps up. That's what happened tonight.
And you got to take some kids from the freshman team?
Yeah, we took a couple. We've got 3 kids that are playing at all 3 levels now. They've got to play on the freshman game today, and then they get solid minutes for me, and then they're even getting good minutes for Rob at varsity too.
Who are your goalkeepers on the JV side?
Right now we just have Robbie. Robbie's in goal for us. You know, we're kind of low on keepers right now. We got a couple at varsity, a couple of freshmen, but just the one at JV.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's talk about this varsity game, man. It was a little bit of tough sledding out there, man. That goal with 29 seconds left to go in the first half, those things are backbreakers, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a killer, and we talked about that, and the players knew that going into it, that we didn't want to give up deep throws. We didn't want to give up corner kicks because they're so big and they're so effective on them. They just pack it in the box, and they get after it. So it's hard to defend, and there was a little bit of a scrum in there. Bodies kind of flying everywhere, and Jackson just barely got his hands on it. Ironically, if he doesn't touch that, it goes in. It's not a goal, but
right.
It looked like he got bumped and hit his hands and went in. So it's a horrible time to give up a goal. If you're ever going to give one up, you certainly don't want to do it going into the half like that.
Yeah, and speaking of their throw-ins, man, that dude, Evan Weber, number 13 for them.
Yeah.
That dude, I think his fingers touch his knees. He's got long arms, and he stretches those things back, and it's like a rubber band shooting a BB.
It's a weapon for them because they're so big everywhere else too compared to us. But anytime they're inside 40 yards, it's an opportunity on goal.
Yeah, that was like Jackson Peril last year.
Yeah, and we do have Gavin Chrisman that can do that for us too. Tonight he was hurt, so he wasn't able to play. He's been playing center back. Another guy that was playing JV and then stepped up and ended up being a starter for varsity, but he got hurt the other day in training, so we're resting him. But that he can do that for us, so hopefully we can start taking advantage of things like that.
Jalen Wade scored the tying goal in the second half, and nice to see him finally get on the board on the varsity side.
Yes, because we talk about what I've always said over the past year, that Jalen is probably the best finisher in the program. You know, he plays with a lot of composure. When he finds himself in behind the defense, he can pick his head up and relax and just place it. And he's done a great job of that for me at the JV level. And we tease him, you know, like he hasn't got one, but hopefully this one leads to more and he gets more comfortable in there.
And then, of course, we had to go to penalty kicks. And it looked like, to me, Jackson Perrell guessed right every single time and just missed.
He did. And you know, to Jackson's credit, he's not guessing. He was just a split second. He does a pretty good job of reading the kicker. And with that, those guys, they were hitting the corners. So there was one time it looked like he actually dove a little over the ball. But he's just right there. If he can just leave just a little quicker, he's going to start saving a lot of those.
All right, cool. Nice to see you, sir. I go. You
Thank
guys
you,
got
sir.
a game on Thursday, but I don't have you Thursday. I got girls volleyball. I'll see you Saturday against
Sounds
CBC.
Great. CBC, I appreciate it.
All right, Jeff Hayes, the assistant coach for the varsity program and the JV head man. We thank him for his visit, just like we thank head coach Rob Lugge for his visit in the pregame show. And a big thank you to Brett Borm, who fills in on camera duty and a little microphone color commentary action as well. So we appreciate everybody's contributions here tonight as Collinsville wins by a score of 2-1. We are back in action Thursday. Volleyball action comes your way from Collinsville High School as Granite City comes to town. My name is Todd Duke, and until then, everyone, have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening.